Hi, everyone. Just a quick message for this week. And it's really about celebrating yourself. So much time when we're focused on self growth and self development, we kind of forget to give ourselves that pat on the back that we need. So I really wanted this week's message to be around that and how you can celebrate yourself. So there's two things that I really want us to focus on. And the reason behind it is just really to stop and reflect along the way because so many times, again, it's like we get stuck in this have to keep going from here to here to here to here. And it's just like we want it to be like this, I guess, line that goes this way, right? And sometimes along while we're climbing that mountain to be our best self, we need to like stop in the middle and just pause and reflect on where we've been because it's so important to give ourselves the credit along the way. Because if we just keep going, 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 we're not actually knowing where we are. And sometimes that can cause a little bit of conflict in our head, like, okay, maybe some confusion or feeling a little stuck because we're not realizing the strength and the power that we've given ourselves along the way. So, this week's really about self reflection. So, the exercise that I want to do this week for this Sunday night is for you to get out a piece of paper and a pen. Think of all the things that we're really proud of ourselves for. So many times we're focused on the next thing or that constructive feedback. We're like, what can I do better? What can I improve? This time, I want you to think about what you've already done, right? Because I'm thinking about my own life. And in the last 3 months, I'm thinking about just this year alone, how much I've grown and changed. I spoke in front of a group of people. I'm like, who am I? And just so many different things. So I want you to write out a list of all the things you're proud of that you've done for this year so far, or even maybe you go farther, maybe the last 6 months, the last year, because we're always evolving and changing. If you integrated a new habit or you learned a new lesson, I really want you to be proud of yourself for that because it's not for the faint hearted, right? To implement a new version of yourself or new things in your life, it takes courage. It takes a lot of courage and bravery to change yourself. So many people are like, this is the way I am. I'm never changing. We all have those people in our life, right? Well, unless you distance yourself, which I have done in my life. And that's even something I can be proud of myself for, right? But self care, self preservation, and self growth. Think about some things that you've done that you're really proud of. And I want you to read that list every morning this week. Every day you get up, look at that list and just give yourself a pat on the back. And no, it's not egoic, it's not selfish, it's not all of these negative, prideful things. We need this sometimes to keep going and keep growing, right? I love the saying, you grow, girl, or you grow, boy. I want to be all inclusive. You grow, everyone, because it's so important that we support each other, especially supporting ourselves. How can we be there for ourselves this week? And this is one of the ways to really motivate yourself because motivation is sometimes fleeting. And this is a really good way to stay motivated, stay on track, and be there for yourself. Also, as you go through the week this week coming up, I really want you to compliment yourself. And I know that can be hard for some people, sometimes even for myself, because we see it as like prideful or egoic. But it's so important as we're now like reflecting is to see how far we've gone, right? And so in the moment, once a day at least, I want you to compliment yourself when you do something that you're like, oh, that was pretty cool. Maybe you react differently in a situation than your old self would have. So I want you to kind of notice that and say, oh, good job. Or maybe you open a door for someone, and you do an act of service. Maybe you smile at a stranger and then compliment yourself, say, oh, that was kind of cool. So once a day this week, I'd really love for you to do that because it's so important to give ourselves some kudos every now and then to keep us motivated and keep us going. Let me know how it goes. Would love to hear from you in the comments below. Also, if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It's totally free and would love to have you as part of this connected community where we all live authentically. Have a wonderful week and good luck with your list.